Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we have a very, very special guest on the show. He's a 5-time platinum music artist, social media influencer with over 100 million followers total, and he owns 40% of Amazon. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kais Haddad. So, Kais.
Yeah.
What have you been up to these days?
Well, first off, thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very honored to be on the show. It's been a dream of mine since I was young. I've always been watching you. And I've been extremely busy as of late. A lot of concerts and a lot of traveling. Also keeping up with all the businesses I'm invested in has been a tremendous amount of work. I try to keep myself entertained though, so I've been really focusing on my reading lately. Reading is like a very calming and beneficial thing, so I try my best to fit in time to read more often.
It's good to know. What books have you been reading these days?
Well, I just finished Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck,
That's very good.
but in the recent past I've read Animal Farm by George Orwell and Anthem by Ayn Rand. I mean, at least one of them was good. The other two, I don't know.
So, what is your favorite book out of those three?
By far, Of Mice and Men. John Steinbeck is one of my favorite authors. He has won the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature, and many of his other books are also very well written, like The Pearl and Cannery Row. I'm actually currently reading The Pearl.
Same.
To be quite honest, the other two didn't impress me. Mice and Men really stood out, and the other two were below average. I'd definitely recommend Of Mice and Men.
Good to know. So, what stands out in Of Mice and Men that doesn't stand out in the others?
Well, first of all, what got me to read this book is my good friend Andy Rom referring me to this book.
Nice.
He's actually one of my old classmates from English. Yeah. He told me I wouldn't regret reading it, and he was correct. I mean, the book is only 107 pages, so it was a no-brainer. Repetition was used like really well throughout the book, along with foreshadowing. Lenny would make mistakes again and again, making George disappointed and angry at sometimes. George always threatened him by saying he can't tend to the rabbits if he messed up, if Lenny messed up. And the friendship just continued to build, and that's what really hooked me to the book. Yeah, one of my favorite parts was the ending. I won't spoil that for you guys, but it's really, really surprising, to say the least. And as a person, like I don't read too often, but this book has been worth my time. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I really recommend reading it.
It's a very good book. All right, guys, stay tuned. We're gonna have a commercial break, and then we'll be back very soon. What's wrong, Kais?
I can't find a good book to read.
Why didn't you tell me? I just picked up this banger from the library.
What is this?
It's the best book in the world, Of Mice and Men.
Oh my god.
Hey, Kais.
Hey Michael.
So how's that new book I got you?
It's awesome.
Really?
Yeah. It is so good. This book changed my life.
I bet it did.
And you can get one too at www.ofmiceandmen.com.
So picking up from where we left off, what do you think about the other two?
The other two, truly, in my opinion, do not even compare to Of Mice and Men. Anthem was all around a boring book with very little relatability, in my opinion. Anthem also does not make any sense until the end, which is what made me truly believe this book is trash, in all honesty. Animal Farm was not as bad as Anthem, but the book had also no relatability, and animals fighting, to me, is not interesting, and I feel like to most people, they would agree.
Yeah.
The other two books just don't even compare. Like, John Steinbeck is such a advanced author, in my opinion, and better than the other two.
Yeah. So, what kind of audience do you think would read Of Mice and Men?
Honestly, anyone who can like understand it, have no problem reading it. I'd put 7th grade or above as a good benchmark for who can read it. It's something that everybody should read. Just a fun fact, since I read this book, I have actually quadrupled my net worth.
It's good to know.
Yeah. And my physical health and mental health have also improved by just taking time, very little time, because it's a short book, and reading this book. It's really a no-brainer. Everyone should read it.
Sounds like a miracle. Well, I think
Indeed.
reading of Mice and Men got me to where I am today, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
It's a great book.
Alright, so do you have any closing remarks?
All I have to say is to make sure to go get that book, anybody watching at home. And thank you, Ellen, for having me tonight. It's been an honor.
Anytime. So folks, that's all the time we have today. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.